And you not only have the access of him, but you have the authority by him to make him known. But then when I started talking about Jesus, and I realized that my made up hidden stories and the ones that I was reading in the Word were not lining up. They weren't making sense. Because what I believed about myself was not what the Word was saying about me. Wasteland, let me read that one more time. Forget the former things, all the things that's been done to you, all the things that you're carrying with you, that you walked into this building with. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. He uses them for his glory, and yet we sit here and we disqualify ourselves. We say, oh, no, we're done. We can't, we're nothing. We don't have any more, nothing else to offer. And I remember walking out of that office, my husband a couple of steps in front of me, and I remember saying, God, she's gonna do for you what I didn't do for you. And in that moment, God said, hold on. I didn't write you off. You wrote yourself off. So I'm here today to tell you that you are not disqualified because of your past mistakes, because you got a divorce. You're not written off because of the things that you've done or the abuse that you've had, and the enemy has convinced you that you have nothing more to give, that you are all washed up, that you have nothing good to give to this world that God has you put in right now. Let me just tell you, I am here to tell you that God is doing a new thing in you today. Today, do it. I remember in my young adult years, I wanted to tell everybody the exact same story everybody else would tell, right? Oh, we grew up in a Christian home. My parents loved Jesus. I didn't know where I fit in with my story, but I knew that if I could tell that story, that I'd be more effective, more user-friendly. You no longer have to live in shame. You no longer have to live in guilt. You no longer have to live in regret, because Jesus, John 8:36 says, who the Son sets free is free indeed. Indeed, God wants to use your real story to reveal his real power. God wants to use your story. He wants to reveal his power, and the only way he can do that is by sharing your story. That what you've been through is exactly what God wants to use for this exact moment in time. Let me repeat that again. The devil doesn't want you to believe the truth. The truth that your story is exactly what God wants to use for this a moment in time. You were created for a purpose. For this time, he says. You were created for this moment in time. And God has created you to be all that you can be.